we're a kid, we don't know what's going on, right? You can be crying one day or 1 minute, and then you can be laughing the next.
Yeah.
Well, us as humans, we have belief systems in our head. So when we go into something, we already have a belief of something that happened to us in the past.
Their belief systems are fucked because that's how they were raised.
There's so many people that don't take action. And that's why I tell people, like, you have to take the opportunity. Jump.
Yeah.
You don't know if you're going to land on your feet, but you never know if you're not going to jump. Simple as that. So let me say, you took a business that you knew was running good, and then you made it better.
Yeah.
You took the systems they were using, and then you just made it your own.
Yeah, Today we have Clint, a full-time entrepreneur, ex-Navy veteran, and from being a drug addict to now leading his own coaching company, Nexus, where he's focused on wellness and personal development. Please allow him to tell us his story and how he did it. Welcome back, everybody, to Luxury Talks, where we talk about real estate in Miami living. So let me introduce myself. My name is Glenn.
What's up, Glenn?
And my full name is Glensky. They call me Glenn, and I do real estate here. This is actually the office of Luxury, where we manage properties like the ones that you can see in front of you. These are like mansions and villas where a lot of important people stay.
Yeah.
And I handle like sales.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna leave it as that.
Yeah.
And you can introduce yourself and tell me what do you do.
First of all, let me tell you, you're 21. You said?
Yes, I am 21.
You are absolutely crushing.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it.
Because when I was 21, I joined the military when I was 17, and 8 years in the Navy, and then I was stationed in Washington State for 2 years, worked on helicopters, and then I was stationed in Hawaii, and I worked on F-18s. The thing is, I competed in 3 different bodybuilding competitions. 2017, I won the Shrine Wright Classic, but 4 months later, my thyroid completely stopped working. So if you know anything about the thyroid controls everything from your testosterone, your hormones.
How old are you?
How old was I?
Yeah, right now?
I'm 31 now.
Oh, 31. Yeah, because you have done a lot of things, so.
Yeah, man, my story's like I'm a 50-year-old, but
wait, you really like the war and everything?
The war and the depression, you're gonna hear it all.
Wow.
And so what happened was when my thyroid stopped working, I gained 45 pounds. I lost my identity. I just went from stepping on stage to losing myself. And when that happened, the only thing I could think about was the 18 hours of sleep I was getting. And I would still wake up tired. I had no idea. The doctors didn't know what was wrong with me. My body was in the normal level range for blood work. So what did I do? Put a gun in my head. I just killed myself. The first time I tried to commit suicide.
Wow.
But even worse than that, I needed to numb the pain with something because nobody else could help. So I started doing cocaine. Started doing cocaine every week, every weekend. And then I got kicked out of the military. I got kicked out for drugs. Soon after I got kicked out for drugs, the drug charge couldn't be pushed fast enough because they got me out so fast. I got out of the military in 10 days, which is the fastest I think anybody's ever got pushed out because you need to go through medical and all these different forms. But I still didn't learn my lesson, right? I moved to California. I lived in San Diego, went to Omnia Park. I was a promoter. Guess what happens there? You drugs, you party, you go to after party.
Nightlife.
Exactly. And during that time, I was working private security for the president, traveling around the 26 different states for 8 months.
Brother, where do you find time to do all these things?
I made time.
Wow.
The thing is, like, I knew I had to be able to fuel my drugs. I needed money, right? So I would make $750 a day for working 12 hours. So I knew if I went and did 2 gigs, I can come back and go buy, a bunch of 8 balls. So I'd come back, I would do drugs, etc. Then I met this girl doing Molly for 3 days. Okay, I thought I met the love of my life. I moved from California to Orlando, Florida with her. During COVID hits. I found out who she really is because we get to live together. I'm trying to start my fitness company. We get in an argument. I get kicked out. I live on the couch for 6 months. I built my first company to $500,000. All because I had nothing.
Right.
I had nothing, right? And I had to build it off something.
Yo, your story is insane.
Yeah, man, I told you when we get into it. So it gets even better. So built it to $500,000. Hormone replacement therapy, blood work consultation nationwide, meal prep supplements delivered to all my clients, 6-month programs. I had 250 transformations. It was incredible. But I was a very transactional person. I did it all for the wrong reasons. And honestly, I hit 14 months of depression. I lost it all.
You didn't have the purpose of contributing to people, more about the money.
I had no purpose, man. All I wanted to do was take $4,500 from you. I was going to give you an amazing transformation. Don't get me wrong. I was going to absolutely make your life that much better. But I knew that I just needed that money from you. so I can fuel the private jets and the masterminds and all the things that didn't fulfill me. So that happens. I hit 14 months of depression. I lose my identity again. Now I see myself going to a psychiatric ward because I was about to take 150 pills in front of me. I was in there for 5 days. Second time trying to get suicide. After that, you think I learned my lesson, right? During this 14 months of depression, this is all I cared about. Call of Duty, Uber Eats, and sleeping in my bed. Swear to God.
What the hell?
Went on a road trip and saved my life, 153 days all the way across the U.S. That day, I surrendered everything to God.
Did you went to nature?
And I went to nature. I went to every national park. I went to every beautiful place you could think of, Mount Rushmore, you name it.
Can I guess what happened? You actually got to connect with yourself and find out like why you're here, and now like you get to do things from a different point of view. So
when I surrendered to God, it didn't happen right away, right? I started to give thanks and praise for everything I have in this world. I started to really understand that I'm here for a purpose, on purpose. And then I slowly started to find myself. I started to lose weight. I started to feel better about myself. I went back to California where I used to do drugs. I got baptized. When I got baptized, I had the vision to create Nexus, which is the company that runs the largest wellness events in San Diego.
And you were the owner. The founder. Nice.
On top of that, we run 8 masterminds at Cancun for high-ticket coaches and consultants. And then I do peak performance coaching for CEOs and high-level executives on 5 pillars of life: faith, family, fitness, focus, finance. Because faith is always first. If you put God first, I promise you your life will completely change, but you have to surrender everything. And there's a lot of people like Pop-Tart Christians. Have you ever heard of them?
No.
They go to church, they make a Facebook post, they take the photo, and they're like, hey, I made it to church, guys. But then they're out doing drugs the next weekend or week, or they're partying with their friends, or they're not following in what God wants them to do. And you're slapping God in the face every time. So yeah, man, my story is crazy, and it's just going to keep getting better as I continue to read the Morning Devotional to 100,000 people every single morning at 3 a.m. I continue to post 150 reels of content every single month. My whole goal is just to be able to give back to the world, to contribute, because that's what we're meant to do.
I know that's how I feel every day. I
see your posts, man. You go out to the beach every single morning. You sit with yourself. You work out.
It's just a lifestyle. You decide to live for you and give it all to the world, you know? So be grateful about everything we have. Yeah. It's a simple thing as internet. Thanks to internet, look, you're streaming and a lot of people can listen to us. Yeah. And thanks to internet, I get to talk to my dad every day because he lives in Venezuela. How else I would talk to him? You know what I mean? So it's as simple as things like that. And when I go to the beach, I live 1 block away. So I just go walking, and I'm so grateful I got legs. Doing my walk, you know, every day I'm grateful for every single thing I have. And living life that way, you become so abundant. Like, it's insane.
You know, one of the biggest things I heard, I was at a leadership conference, and you know who Shane Scott is? Shane Scott spoke on something called experience the experience. When we're a kid, we don't know what's going on, right? You can be crying one day or 1 minute, and then you can be laughing the next.
Yeah.
Well, us as humans, we have belief systems in our head. So when we go into something, we already have a belief of something that happened to us or something that somebody told us. So think about it, somebody, you know, died in a plane crash, or somebody had a really catastrophic accident or something, and you wait to go into the plane, and then you thought about that. You're not just going to walk in there and say, experience the experience, and I'm just going to go fly and I'm going to go to my location, right? You're going to think about that. So how I...
From your experience.
Exactly. So if I go into any situation, like I went to this podcast, I didn't think about it. I just knew I was going to come in here and experience the experience.
Exactly.
And live it. And that's it. That's how people have to go through life.
That's how I do it every time in every podcast.
Yes.
I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. I don't even know.
We booked this literally an hour ago.
Yeah.
I messaged.
I woke up, I was doing my thing, and I received the message, and I was like, I think I can push something, you know? I can do it. Why not? And that makes this day different. That makes this day, I don't know. I don't do this daily, you know? This is things that it just come up.
Yeah. You didn't plan it.
No.
But you took the opportunity.
Yes.
And that's why I tell people, like, you have to take the opportunity. When the opportunity is presented to yourself, jump. Yeah. You don't know if you're going to land on your feet, but you never know if you're not going to jump. Simple as that. There's so many people that don't take action, and imperfect action is better than no action at all. I have so many friends who say, I want to start this. I want to do this. I want to take this business. Oh, I got this idea, Clint. I say, you're not going to do any of it. All you do is talk. 99% of the people that are successful is because they're not consistent.
or they don't take any action at all.
None. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. You were 21 years old. It took me 31 years to really understand this mindset.
Okay.
How did you develop this?
A lot of things happened. So I moved out from my parents at 18, and I was working as an insurance agent, like selling policies. And also was working on BMW. And what I was doing, I was drinking and having fun. I was 18. I was living like with a roommate. I was doing whatever I want. So after that happened, I experienced about life that it was a lot of I had a lot of responsibilities at that time. I had to pay for my car, insurance, like it was a lot of things. So I was basically working so hard to sustain this lifestyle. So I moved back to my parents and I created my own company. And then from there, I started to figure out so many stuff about myself. When I created my company, I started to figure out stuff about myself. Also, my mom is very spiritual, and she took me to Colombia. She took me to a seminar. It was Reborn. And I reborn. When I reborn, I decide everything I want. So it doesn't matter if they gave me a name that I didn't want, they gave me a life I didn't want. Now I can decide what do I want. And when I created this business, I was creating that baby, like myself. I was developing myself.
What was your first business?
Dog services.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, where did that come from, though? There was something that brought that.
My mom has a friend in downtown. They do that business.
Yeah.
What I did, I replicated it, and I did it in a better version in marketing. So I marketed in a different way so I can get more clients,
So let me say, you took a business that you knew was running good, and then you made it better.
Yeah.
You took the systems they were using, and then you just made it your own.
Yeah, you use better the marketing.
So everybody, you should listen to that because you're trying to reinvent the wheel, a lot of you.
Yeah.
You can take the same business, and I'm going to explain to you how this works. I took a model that I went to a leadership conference. I'm currently making it the same model, but changing it in different ways and then making it better.
That's called innovation.
You're smart.
Thanks, man. Yeah, from there, then the seminar with my mom, I started creating my business. I had an accident, man. I had a motorcycle accident where I almost died. And then from there, I started being really appreciative about everything I have. Because that day, I had everything, but I didn't have anything. I was talking to myself in the bed, in the hospital, and just thinking like I could have been gone already. Like it was so close. So from there, I just started doing everything I want to. Like I'm not gonna hold back. I'm just gonna enjoy life and whatever I have, whatever thoughts are going through my mind, I'm gonna execute them. I'm gonna go forward because I'm not crazy. These things that are going through my mind are actually like, it's like my higher self talking to me, and you need to learn how to listen to it.
Now, are you spiritual? Are you crazy?
Yeah, I'm a spiritual.
Okay. And then, so when you go out to the water, I know you go out to the water every single morning, right? And you go.
But I believe there is a creator.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you go out to the water, you walk on the beach. Is that where you hear?
In the morning, on grounding, it's more about connecting with myself and just being grateful about life. Also, the first light from the sun is pretty good for you. There is, some scientific saying that I don't know it, but it's really good. I also do breath working, and I don't know. It feels good to just hold your breath and just having thoughts. It's insane. I don't know if you have done it before.
I don't. Everything you're talking about, man.
Okay.
I got really.
I don't know if you know what I'm talking
I got really big into breath work. I got really big into understanding myself. I have a therapist that I talk to every single week.
Okay.
And I have like real conversations with her about why I am the way I am. My dad was an alcoholic from the time I was 0 to 7. The reason I want everybody else to be seen and I want to help the world and impact the world is because I was never seen as a kid. It was an inner childhood trauma to me, right? And I didn't discover that until a month ago, but it makes so much sense. You see, Ed Milet's dad, right, was an alcoholic and a drug and alcohol counselor. My dad was an alcoholic for 20 years and a drug and alcohol counselor for 24. I tell people I'm the one. I tell people that I'm the one in the family that's going to change the family tree. And I'm here to speak to addiction treatment centers. I'm here to show people that your addiction doesn't define you. You can turn your pain into purpose. Speak on stages on how you can unlock the belief inside of you that you just have to change the story in your head. And once you change the story, you change your life. But the problem is that, think about this. There's Facebook comments, there's Instagram comments, there's people that talk to you every single day. And what they do is it gets inside of people's heads.
Because once you change that, you change their belief.
Yes, you change the belief. The one thing that people don't do in themselves is believe. You believe in yourself every single day, right? You know that no matter what anybody tells you, that you are going to complete what you're going to complete.
Yeah.
You have standards in your life. You have boundaries set. If somebody says, hey, you want to go to this party at 12 o'clock? No, man, I got to wake up. I'm going to see the sun. I'm going to be with myself. I'm going to be in the sand. Not, you know what?
And it's funny because people, I mean, I don't say that, but people don't understand it, you know?
No, they don't understand it because we're living in a matrix world.
Yeah.
The world of, hey, you go to this party, you get off work, you work a 9 to 5, and that's where everybody thinks life is. But you have learned so early, man, you're going to be so successful. I don't even know if you know this or not, but like, dude, you're going to change the world in a bigger way. And this business that you're a part of right now is going to be your first avenue into that. And then you're going to discover yourself in ways that you probably never even seen before. You're going to get introduced to people that are going to be brought into your life, changes and different things in your life that are going to propel you. And it's going to happen.
Yep.
Promise you. And it's going to happen fast.
No, and the thing is that I know I'm going to fail a lot because there is different failures. There is different failures from $100,000 to like 1,000, like $1 million to like, there is different failures, different levels. So like, I'm prepared for everything. I'm here to live.
So what do you do about failure?
I think it's good. You need to embrace it and learn from it. Like,
you need to learn from
it's not cool. I don't call it a failure if I learn from it. I'm not gonna do it again. I'm gonna perform better next time. So that's what I think about failure.
So every challenge creates an opportunity.
Of course.
Right? So everything you go through, the trials and tribulations, God planted a seed of greatness in your body ever since you were born.
Yeah.
Right? He wants everybody to be great. But what happens is when you don't follow within God, when you don't walk with him, you walk away from him, as I did.
Yes.
Dude, he'll take your life and he'll teach you all kinds of things. He will put you through depression. He'll go through these different happenings so you can learn.
Mm-hmm.
But people don't know that the things they go through is why they go through it. Because failure is a teaching lesson. It's something that you need to experience in life.
Yes.
So what's next for you?
Right now, I'm really big on real estate here. That's why I'm collaborating with so many people in the podcast.
Condos, doors, apartments.
So here's the thing. They do management for the investors that I brought in. So I sell the house. They manage it. They cash flow and these bills. We have to do a whole research because Miami, it's annoying on the Airbnb rules. And basically this is basically Airbnb, but it's private. The rules apply the same.
You know Dr. Chow?
No.
Airbnb arbitrage multimillionaire?
No. Because I don't do the management. I do the sales. They're partners. We work together, but we don't do the same, you know? And also, I'm in investments myself. So I believe real estate is like the way, you know, I really don't like businesses at all. They're really stressful. A lot of lawsuits, a lot of crazy shit. And in real estate, you can protect yourself in better ways with trust and real estate and life insurance policies. Like, it's so much to it that I prefer to like have a strong foundation.
Yeah.
And not go big and then lose it all. You know what I mean? Because that could happen. So yeah.
But the fact you know about trusts and you know about like umbrellas and you know about how these things work in your LLC.
Yeah. And
have you done the research yourself or?
Yeah, I have paid mentors to teach me all this.
So you paid mentors at 21 years old. You paid mentors and coaches.
Yes. I actually just paid a mentor right now $6,000 for he's gonna optimize my mind. He's a neurologist and it's insane. He's gonna put a thing in my mind, in my brain that is gonna scan how it's performing. And he's gonna
right?
Yes, he is. He's been here.
Neuralink?
Yeah, Neuralink.
Is that out yet? Is it really?
Yeah.
Crazy. So it's gonna put something in your head.
In my head, and then it's going to optimize my brain performance.
Let me read this. How do you feel speaking to, I'm just gonna say average people, in the fact of like where you are, right? Because we're not average. We're not, the way we think, the way we act, the way we move in life.
Mm-hmm.
We're not average.
Yeah.
An average person just does the bare minimum. We go all in or not in at all, right? So what do you, how do you have a conversation with them?
I have developed a lot of patience. I lower my frequencies to be in part of the conversation because that happens sometimes with my family as well. Like I'm with my family and I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I need to lower my frequencies to like be kind of like stupid. I'm sorry to say this, but I feel like that.
Yeah.
I need to lower my frequencies to, you know, be kind of part of the group.
So you know about vibrational frequency?
Yeah, of course.
Do you know about authenticity?
Yes, that's the highest frequency.
How it's the highest frequency, yeah. Rated 2x in a room.
Yeah.
And when you say the truth,
yeah,
the law of attraction works.
Yeah.
And then brings people into your life. Smart kid. Wow.
That's how I live. I basically attract everything. No worries.
Yeah.
The other day, this meme was it was a photo booth for the agency. And I was looking at myself in the pictures, and I was looking at myself like, bro, like I look like a fucking kid. I look like I'm 16 years old. I don't even see myself at 21. Like, it's insane how I have developed my mind and done all this stuff that I have done.
So is your goal to be able to help other people around your age
develop their mindset and their beliefs? Like, their belief systems are fucked because that's how they were raised.
Yeah.
But I want to give them that reborn that I did so they could, you know, I don't believe I will be able to tell somebody like you could be like this, but I can make them figure it out themselves how they need to be, how they want to be, like figure out their vision and themselves. Why do they came here?
What are they?
Yes, their purpose.
What are they here to do?
Exactly.
There's an equation that I was just at a conference where I came to from San Diego to here. And it said it's about your alignment equals your assignment. And then it's your passion plus your purpose equals your faith. And then that's literally the equation. So all of those things together equals like your purpose-driven life. The thing is that you need to try so many different things to find that out.
Yes.
And that is the problem, that people don't want to be uncomfortable to be comfortable.
And it's so easy. Like, you don't get it. No, you don't get it. It's so easy because once you start doing it, it becomes a lifestyle. You become comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you. Like, I do this and I believe everybody can.
Let me add this. How did you build the confidence in yourself?
By doing the things that I'm thinking about. Like, if I know that I need to go to the gym, I will go. And you build
the promises to yourself.
Of course. Yeah, that's how you build the confidence and you build a character.
Character within you. So let me ask you this: thoughts.
Yeah.
What do you think about the thoughts? Do you think they create our reality?
Of course, everything you think about, everything you speak about, everything matters. Like the food that you're putting inside your body matters. Like that's how you're gonna perform. And the people that you're talking to, the things that you're talking to, everything matters because that's where you're gonna experience. That's where you're gonna get whatever you speak, whatever you think, whatever you listen to.
The other thing I tell people to do is any negative energy, any friends that don't believe in you, anybody that is not on your side, get them out of your life.
Yeah.
Because they're called BSUs, blood-sucking units, and they're going to drain your energy. They're going to take everything away from you. I'm sure your circle is very small.
Yes.
And it's probably like your mentors. It's probably older gentlemen or older women that are in your life that guided you.
It's hard to have somebody at my same level. As I said 2 days ago, yesterday, I don't remember. I met these kids, and it's crazy. They're still young, just like I am. I feel like they still haven't figured it out yet, but they have like a purpose, and they have a big purpose because if not, they wouldn't be successful at fucking, like how a kid of 16 years old is pulling out in a Ferrari. I can't comprehend it. You know, I'm 21 and I haven't even done it. Like, I'm like, what the hell? 16.
Yeah.
As I said, I was partying. I was having fun at that time. I was like, what the hell? That really give me it expand my mind.
So what is your ultimate goal? Do you want a Ferrari?
No, I don't care about that. But just think about it. At 60-year-old, you imagine yourself, how do you acquire a Ferrari at 16? That's what I'm saying, and they created a company. So
I know how they can get it though.
I don't know. This kid is so smart. I'm telling
I
you.
want to say something real quick. Guys, the reason I'm on this podcast today, the reason that I know Glenn, the reason that I know Melanie, who you can't see, is over in the background over here, is because I saw Melanie on Glenn's podcast. And then I reached out to Melanie, and then I reached out to Glenn, and then we all came together, and then I came to Miami, and I sent Glenn a message. I said, hey, man, I'm coming to Miami next weekend or something like that. And he's like, yeah, let me know. We'll get on a podcast. I sent him a message this morning and said, hey, let's hop on the podcast. He's like, yeah, let's do it. Can you do 10:30? And I was like, we'll make it happen. We took the jump, made the opportunity.
And that's how you have to do it. I mean, it came to your head. Like, I didn't say the date.
Yeah.
You just texted me. That came to your head, and we went forward, you know? We're here.
That's why I tell people, man, sometimes you... And another thing, too, is you have to ask. Ask everyone everything. So I just met Larry Casanova. Do you know who that is?
No.
Larry Casanova is the director and the producer for Mortal Kombat, Terminator. He's produced over 200 movies. He said there's 3 things you have to do. You have to ask, and you have to have fun. You have to take action as an entrepreneur.
Those are like essential.
You have to ask any questions, anytime, anywhere.
Not assumptions.
Nope. Nowhere, no matter where you are, ask the question even if you think it's the dumbest thing, because you need to know the answer somehow, somewhere.
Dumb is the people that don't actually ask.
Exactly.
Because now they don't even know.
Yeah, you're not even know regardless. So ask the question.
Exactly.
And then have fun. You're like, do you have fun every day? Do you love what you do?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
It's, as I said, it's a lifestyle. So I do it. It's like, it's part of my life. I don't have to like force it. Like, oh, I have to go to it. It's like, bro, I can't, I got to go to the gym. And then I actually have fun in practice because I don't lift weights. What I do is calisthenics and boxing.
You like bar
So
stars?
What?
You know bar stars in New York?
No.
All bar work, all body weight.
Yeah, like it's three workouts.
Free workouts.
Yeah. So I really enjoy it. I enjoy having control of my body, and the practice of boxing is really fun. I enjoy teaching the kids because the coach, he's my personal coach, and we train these kids. I help him out. I actually got him because I do content creation for him. So he's doing a course and all this stuff. I'm doing the videos for him. Yeah. So he gives me free lessons, and I get to have a
value trade.
Yeah, exactly.
So let me ask you this: fitness and entrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm.
You think it correlates together?
Yeah, of course. I mean, if you're a Superman, you have a superior business.
Oh, Superman, super business.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell people, like, it's the mental clarity that you get. I don't go to the gym to look good. I mean, even though it feels good to look good and be in shape, but I go to the gym, first of all, for the mental clarity to push myself, the discipline, because that directly correlates to the business that you're going to run.
Yes.
And when you feel good, you look good, you do good.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen nobody that's, I'm just going to say 400 pounds, that is happy with themselves and has an amazing business and people respect.
The thing is that when you do one thing, you do everything. So if you're doing good with your body, you're taking care of yourself, you will take care of your business, and your business is going to do good, it's going to perform.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you find all this at 21 years old? How many have you read like self books, like motivational books?
A lot.
Yeah?
Every day I have to like listen to an audiobook while I'm driving or
podcast. What's your top 5 podcasts?
I don't listen to much podcasts right now.
Okay.
I used to. I used to listen to Grant Cardone, and
this is a really good one. It came out called the Living Limitless podcast. It's mine.
And you gotta send it over.
I'm gonna have you on.
You know why I don't listen to podcasts anymore? Because now I paid for private communities where they deliver a different type of value. It's not for social media. It's actually like information from entrepreneurs that they started really, really low. They started from zero, and they have a 800 million company or 8 million sales a year. So like I like to listen.
Or is it kind of on the down low? Which I can understand completely.
I could tell you, but the only way to get it is like in certain sessions. Like they do it once a year.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah, it's a whole thing where it's not about social media. They actually tell you more deep stuff.
So I want to bring you to an event that one of my mentors, Greg Reed, is putting on in San Diego, March 19th through the 21st.
Okay.
It's secret enough. You have to apply and you have to have an invite. Right, so
I already have the invite.
You already have the invite. Now apply, and then I'll talk to Greg, and we'll get you there. But
okay.
You seem like the kind of person that's a go-getter for sure, and you want to be in those right rooms. Because let me tell you, when you're in those rooms, the connections, the relationships that are built in there are long lasting.
And there's one important thing that I take from those rooms. It's my mind. As I said, I stretch my mind. So with these kids, if a kid of 16 years old that is doing better than me stretch my mind, imagine.
Dude, and the thing is too, like, I'm sure you don't do this, but don't compete against others, compete against yourself, right? But also motivate yourself looking at others.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to give an example. Wes Watson, he lives in Miami, right?
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah. He's a great dude.
Yeah.
He's the smartest man that I know. But a lot of people just see the penitentiary, he went to jail, you know, he's this big muscly guy.
And that's for the marketing, to be honest. It's just a story. That's why I said you have a good story, because you can make it big.
My like thing is, I'm going to bring
Stories buys.
Yeah.
So that's what you have to say. Like, bro, I came from prison. Now I'm a millionaire. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
The same thing I could say, like, I met these kids, they're millionaires. What the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
You know, it's all about your story.
Everybody has a story too.
Yeah.
So what do you say to people? We just had this conversation literally in the car about what do you say to people that don't? They say, I don't have a story. You know, I don't have anything to talk about.
That's the value of living. You need to have a story. If you can get things like this and you don't even know how do you do to accomplish that, it's like there is no meaning, there is no value. If I could tell you that you could get anything that you want, the house, a car, like this, and you don't even know how you got it, then you can get anything, and there is no story. Like, you're reading a book without content.
You have any brothers and sisters?
No.
No? Single child?
Myself, yeah.
Okay. And then your mom lives here?
Yeah, she lives in Miami.
And then your dad lives in Venezuela?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So I'm sure your mom's super proud.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I would be proud, for sure. You know, when I built my first business, I pushed away my family and my friends and everybody else in my life for 5 years. I pushed away everybody. I didn't talk to my mom, right? And what happens is you have a cellular structure in your body. When you stop talking to a family member, that cellular structure, it changes. I didn't learn this until I started doing research on why my body went through the things that it did when I went through depression. I thought I had a parasitic infection. I thought I had cancer. I was thinking of all these bad things. Because, dude, all I'm doing is research every single day. Why do I feel like this? What does depression do to you? How does this make me feel? Like, it was horrible. I went and got muscle testing done. I hired 4 different coaches. Dude, I was eating 4 ounces of pineapple and 4 ounces of chicken for 2 times a day one time. And I was told that was going to fix me. Because I would believe anything that anyone told me just so I could feel better. But you know what the change was? Was the mindset, the habits, and the change within me that I had to make. That was one of the biggest things that I can tell people.
And when you started talking to your family again, do you feel better? Or?
Oh, for sure. My mom thought I was dead, though. You understand? Dude, I was in a psychiatric VA for 5 days. They couldn't contact me. My friend finally gave him a call and said, hey, listen, Clint's okay. We haven't heard from him in 5 days. He was in a psychiatric VA. And I visited my mom while I was on this road trip. I stayed with her for 3 weeks. My mom runs a Telegram with 5,000 people, and she gives away DIY soaps, shampoos, and recipes and ingredients for holistic health.
No way.
That is where I get my giving mentality from. My mom does all this for free. My dad had colon cancer because he went on holistic health and got the vitamins, the minerals, and the deficiencies in his body, and all 15 medications because of my mom. My mom is incredible. And now she's coming out to my event in March, and she's going to bring a booth, and she's going to bring all of her things, and everybody's going to be able to meet my mom.
Well, that's actually crazy.
My mom about Nexus and what we're doing in the holistic health and the wellness space, she's like, Clint, I want to be a part of it.
I mean, she wants to give as well.
That's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this is incredible. You want to...
we can wrap it over here.
Yeah.
I don't know, what time is it?
Yeah, I definitely gotta go because I'm gonna get yelled at.
Yeah, let's wrap it over here.
Let's do it, man. Hey, I appreciate you, brother. Hey, listen,
thanks for me.
When we're a kid, we don't know what's going on, right? You can be crying one day or 1 minute, and then you can be laughing the next.
Yeah.
Well, us as humans, we have belief systems in our head. So when we go into something, we already have a belief of something that happened to us
their belief systems are fucked because that's how they were raised.
There's so many people that don't take action. And that's why I tell people, like, you have to take the opportunity. When the opportunity is presented to yourself, jump.
Yeah.
You don't know if you're going to land on your feet, but you never know if you're not going to jump. Simple as that. So what is it? You took a business that you knew was running good, and then you made it better.
Yeah.
You took the systems they were using, and then you just made it your own.
Yeah, you just better the marketing.
So everybody, you should listen to that.